there. Okay, UFC 1,000,014, Rampage versus Hamill. Thank God Rampage on it, otherwise this would be a pile. This would be a shit card. Shit card. Frank Mir would be headliner. You guys asked for it though. You got one company monopolizing the whole sport. There's no competition in it. That means it's just the UFC. And what happened? They're gonna do whatever they want. Like imagine Pac-Man with no enemies. Pretty soon you're just gonna be going in circles and everybody gonna stop playing the game. Imagine Coca-Cola without Pepsi. You know Coca-Cola probably trying to bottle us high C and sell it to us. But they got Pepsi policing them, saying, "Hey man," and they go back and forth, and there's a competition, and it makes both of them better if you drink soda. Vancouver, British Columbia. Okay. Wait. Wrong card. That's the fucking one I wanted. Yeah. Thank you, sure dog. You little bitches. Brian Stan versus Jorge Santiago. Jorge first fight in the UFC. Fight come from overseas, and we all know that formula. Brian Stan, big fucking guy for 185. Called the last fight with Chris Lieben, and I'm calling this fight again. He gonna go on a roll for at least 2 or 3 fights while he in this division. Probably won't win the belt, but probably knock a few dudes out. Jorge Santiago, let's see if he could undo the overseas curse. Maybe I'll give him a little bit of credit, but till then, Brian Stan, fighting in America, his hometown. Travis Brown versus Stefan Struve. Stefan Struve 6'11", Travis Brown not. Stefan Struve got like 100 fights under his belt. He's like fucking 20 and a half. He's been beat by a couple pretty heavy hitters, and Roy Nelson and Junior Dos Santos. And people say you learn from your losses. He probably don't remember those losses, but I'm pretty sure he watched the tape and then he went ahead and learned from them. Stefan Struve, up and comer. If I were him, I probably wouldn't have started fighting until I was 22, 23, get a good amateur record. But yeah, he's from Holland. They don't really give a fuck, too much of a fuck over there when it comes to fighting. Stefan Struve, you might say, Todd, you were pretty partisan about this prediction. I agree. Alright, the meat and potatoes of the meat and potatoes. Frank Mir versus Roy Nelson. Frank Mir, there's a lot of variables involved with Frank Mir. He could show up 270 on that fucking scale, or he could show up 230, depending on whatever the fuck he eating. But I see Frank Mir coming in more close to 250, 255. Let's say Roy Nelson, fucking that dude, 265.9. No way he gonna be in the 264 range. He's gonna use all of those grace pounds, so maybe 266.9. That dude just gonna come in fucking fat. Not very brightest man on the planet. If you a follower of his on Twitter, California temperature probably higher than his IQ. But when it comes to fighting, even cavemen can fight. I definitely see Roy Nelson win this fight, and it's probably going to be a knockout since he's not afraid to throw his fucking chimichangas. And Frank Mir can get hesitant if the other fighter is the aggressor. Okay, he did a very good job at coming out the aggressor when he fought Chet Congo. If he reestablished that mindset, that attitude, and takes the center of the cage on Roy, he could have a chance of winning on the feet. I don't see him doing that. I see him stand back and try and get a takedown. And you try to take down Roy Nelson. Tell me what happened. Motherfucker hasn't even seen a treadmill since he went to go Big 5 to buy some MMA gloves. That's the last time he saw a treadmill. Roy Nelson, man, I'm 110% sure about this fight. I hate to talk shit on Frank, but it seems like sometimes he's more concerned with his hair gel than his next fight. Main event: Quentin Rampage Jackson versus Matt Hamill. As you know, War Wagon still running. Thing was never really parked. And where do you park a War Wagon and not get a ticket? Show me a parking zone painted camouflage for war wagons as such, and you're not gonna find one. It's not gonna happen. Not in this country. The figure of speech that behind a man that is almost a figure of speech in himself with the way he fight. He a warrior. He's not afraid to fight in anything. As we know, he fought his first fights in spandex. Okay, man don't give a fuck. He'll fight anybody. And as you know, I'm referring to Quentin Rampage Jackson. I have a feeling everybody know since probably Matt Hamill started fighting that, man, one day this guy probably really gonna get knocked out bad. Probably to the point where the person who knocked him out is gonna get some like hate mail. Like, it's so bad. You might say Matt Hamill matched up well with Quentin Rampage Jackson, and I would agree. But Quentin Jackson been there, and he done that. That point of view, it just goes to crap when you think about how he took Dan Henderson 5 rounds. And we all saw what Dan Henderson did his last fight. He knocked the dude's head in the fourth row. Okay? And they still trying to find his mouthpiece. Kind of take that into account when you think about this fight. Matt Hamill, he a wrestler, but he also a wrestler that likes to stand up. A wrestler that likes to stand up a little too much. As we know, in Matt Hamill's career, there's been so many amount of times where he went through his stand-up, hasn't really had success with it, and there's been the opportunities for him to get knocked the crap out of, because he drops his hands, he sticks his head up too much, he sticks his chin out, and he reaches. That's not going to work in this fight. I'm sure he's going to want to take Rampage down, but he's going to want to also do a little standing up, because that's what he do. And that's where he gonna get punched in the face. He might get 1 or 2 takedowns, but I don't see him game planning it to the point where he could manipulate the rules like a lot of the wrestlers do. Anyone who said bad matchup for Rampage, maybe watch this video a few times and take another crack at it. But you're gonna be wrong. You're just gonna be wrong, and you know what? Get in line, because you're not the first and you're not the last. Those are my predictions. What I make, like 3 or 4 of them. Probably gonna go 4-0. So take that to the bank. Cash only. Don't ask for a receipt, because you're not gonna get one. Now get the fuck out of my video. Broken